What's good, YouTube? Today we're going to be reacting to the unexpected collapse of Impractical Jokers. Um, I grew up watching a lot of Impractical Jokers. Binge watching it with my family. It was like a thing that I did a lot during like suppers and shit. And I don't know nothing about the situation. This might be outdated for all I know. 7 months ago was the video, but W Patrick CC for the video. I think that's what it's supposed to be. Patrick C. Oh, it's Patrick C, isn't it? Okay, sorry, that's my fault. Patrick C.
Fans
Hi, YouTube. Yep.
were shocked when Joe Gatto of Impractical Jokers abruptly announced that he would be stepping away from the hit TV show in late 2021.
I think Sal's my
But
favorite.
what nobody realized was that this
Joe is
might have
Millie's
been
favorite.
an attempt to save the show before some dark secrets came to light. In the years that followed, the controversies would start to pile up to
What?
the point where the guys could no longer hide from them, and the wholesome image of four lifelong friends making each other laugh would start to collapse on itself. Unfortunately, whether or not any of these allegations held any weight did not matter, because it had a permanent impact on the show, as ratings have
Did
plummeted
they do it
to an
without him? I
all-time
don't
low,
remember
and
this.
Impractical Jokers has become a shell of what it once was. Through
They
a post made to Instagram,
I don't watch the new
Joe
shit, bro.
revealed that he and his wife,
It did fall
Bessie,
off.
had recently separated, and he wanted to focus on co-parenting his two young children during their separation, which seems understandable. Fans respected Joe's decision to move on and appreciated the care he had for his family. His three co-stars released a joint statement of their own, where they expressed their appreciation for Joe and their intentions to continue making episodes without him. But some fans voiced concerns about the show's ability to last without him and felt that a piece of the soul that made the show great would be missing. There were also those who believed that something much darker had
I will say, like any member, if any of them quit, like not even just Joe, like if any of them quit, they would not be able to continue the show, like without like Sal, Murr, what's that, Q, like I think Joe probably had the least impact out of all of them, but like so you can't continue the show without any of them. Because not like you can get a replacement or too iconic.
Behind the scenes, there is definitely a scandal here. His post is meant to preempt a scandal. He is trying to thoroughly disassociate himself from the Impractical Jokers brand so that when his scandal comes out, it doesn't tank his friends' careers. Now, the speculation and conspiracy theories surrounding Joe's exit were initially met with pushback and skepticism. If he stops working to take the equal custody he's entitled to, she gets much less money. It's that simple. There's probably millions of dollars at stake. Once the divorce is final, I bet he comes back on some level. But then fans became increasingly suspicious when they noticed a handful of episodes of Impractical Jokers had been removed from truTV's website and HBO Max's streaming service shortly after Joe's departure. All the banned episodes shared a common theme, Joe being put in what is described as compromising situations. These episodes include Stripped of Dignity, where Joe was required to strip in public for strangers, Bullshatsu, which featured Joe hiding in a massage chair and giving strangers massages, and Sun Fan Lotion, that depicted Joe in a pair of swim trunks asking strangers to rub his body with sunscreen. It's hard to truly understand what they were protecting here, because most of these skits were standard Impractical Jokers material. The formula of the show was simple. Four lifelong friends compete with each other to perform embarrassing, shocking, or just silly pranks on strangers. The challenger has an earpiece in and has to follow the instructions given by the other jokers.
Slowly raise the glass up higher and higher as you talk to them.
Even the simplest of jokes turned into hilarious moments. Not only were the situations ridiculous, but each guy had to come up with their own improv strategy to complete the prank. Plus, the unsuspecting strangers' reactions to their behavior was the cherry on top. The show was a smash hit right out of the gate, racking up 60 million views through its first season, but its success was seemingly everlasting. It almost had this like Rob Dyrdek ridiculousness effect, like it just seemed to be on all the time, no matter when you turn on.
I used to watch Ridiculousness. I feel like the thing about Practical Jokers is like you don't win anything if you like you're just the one who doesn't have to do a punishment. Like I feel like you have to get some sort of prize for me to actually like play in Practical Jokers, for me to be on the show, because Murr has like repeatedly asked me in my DMs on Instagram, but like Like, I just don't see like what you gain from it other than popularity.
TV, there was an episode of Impractical Jokers playing. The show developed a
And you
die-hard
get paid by the
audience
show,
that
but
always
still.
waited in anticipation for the next episode, and viewers fell in love with the Jokers not just
But hey, Sal did get on Mr. Beast's video.
as entertainers, but as people. One
I
of my
could do that.
personal favorites was when they had to take food off of other people's plates at an all-you-can-eat buffet.
Oh my god, delicious!
I've seen this clip like 100 times.
Oh my god, my favorite, y'all. Loved it.
If I'm in the chair, or not the chair, if I'm on the mic, I'm telling him to go up to somebody and be like, "You are the buffet here. Don't worry." I'm walking away.
Prioritizing genuine reactions and their real personalities was key to their image, branding, and marketing.
I'd be so good as the mic, bro. I'm like a clip farmer, like crazy. If I'm on the mic in an Impractical Jokers episode, I'm role playing.
Would I be the kind of guy that?
I would think.
No. Why?
Start barking at her.
Since we're not lying to each other. What about this?
Yeah, I pieced that out too.
He used to have more hair.
Yeah, you want to? You want to see?
Hey, somebody ban that guy. Hey, somebody ban that guy. Actually, I'm gonna mod Patrick after this stuff.
Murray's old headshot. This is his real headshot. Musical theater when he was 18.
Yeah, he used to have a lot more hair.
You're killing my chances. You're killing
See?
Yo.
Do you like regional theater? Are you a fan of regional?
The Jokers weren't playing characters. They were four real friends goofing off together. The show felt like hanging out with your buddies in real life and gave their
I
audience
still feel like
a
you'd
deep
never know if
sense
they were
of
actually friends.
familiarity and trust for the Jokers. That also gave the viewers the feeling that they were genuinely good people. For example, sometimes one of the Jokers would receive a task that conflicted with their personal ethical code, and they
I remember watching Jackass one time. There was a segment where a bunch of old dudes walked out of a gym with their
would basically just
hearts out. What are we talking
refuse to
about?
do it.
Q, pull her aside for a second.
Let me talk to you 1 second over here, please.
I produced some erotic VR stuff on the side if you're interested.
Oh, okay, no. How you doing? You guys having fun today?
Say to the girl, are you with him?
Are you with him?
Seriously?
Wait, what's the machine? Okay, you checking the machine?
This showed that they weren't just four degenerate guys running around harassing people on the street, but rather they were well-intentioned comedians having fun without being rude or mean to the people they interacted with. Fans didn't just love the show, they loved the people who made it special, both for their humor and their personal character, which is why fans were confused when they found out about the infamous band episode called The Dream Crusher. Joe's task was to find a hired actor planted in the mall by other jokers and select them by giving them a kiss. If you correctly guessed who it was and kissed the
Yo! What? Okay, I can see why this episode was banned. I was supposed to say, like, what possibly could have happened. But fucking, this is a horrible idea. What were they thinking? I'm gonna hope they got it right.
he won the challenge.
You gotta be, like, subtle about it. Be like, oh, wait, low-key, you go up and, like, kiss them on the hand? Because, like, just say you're French or... Is that racist? Never mind.
Joe at first
Whatever
seemed
country.
excited at the idea of kissing the female actor that was planted in the mall, who he describes as hot in the early
In my defense, I thought the actor, I thought it was that 6-year-old boy, okay?
moments of the challenge.
Wait.
However, once his wife arrives, his demeanor completely changes. Joe went from super confident to crumbled down instantly. Truly an epic moment. Now, knowing that he and his wife were getting separated, it's not hard to guess why this episode was removed from streaming services.
I don't think the wife was why. I think it was the challenge.
However, due to the trust Joe had built between himself and the audience, the idea that he held any responsibility for
Here, YouTube, wanna watch me mod Patrick? We can do this together. We can do it in real time. How the fuck mod? Okay, you're modded. Schlongs. Nice.
he and his wife's real-life separation was completely off the table for his fans. Joker's fans ran with the idea that Joe is this perfectly innocent man whose wife was potentially cheating on him and divorcing him to take all of his money. And while we can all agree that this is just parasocial behavior from diehard
I think that's a bit misogynistic. I don't think there was actually evidence for this because I heard about it.
fans, it was only the tip of the iceberg. Slowly, more and more potential evidence would be revealed. A post made to the Impractical Joker subreddit all the way from late 2017 resurfaced that features 2 female fans taking a selfie with Murr. In the comments, one of the women claimed to have spoken with Joe using Snapchat's call feature, and further elaborated. He tried calling me a few times before I noticed and grabbed my roommate Amy to come talk to him. At one point, he joked about us being pretty girls who live together and that we should be in a pillow fight. We laughed and joked about it, then the conversation continued in another direction until I called my roommate out for filming me talking with him, and he said, "Amy's filming? I'm out," and dropped the call. Then I
That's fine. Yeah.
shot him a message apologizing, and he was really nice about it and said, "Silly Amy," and then asked if we wanted to come to his hotel room for a pillow fight. We didn't want to go to his room, but we also didn't want to stop talking to him, so we danced around the subject a bit, joked about inviting Q or maybe Larry if we could find him. He didn't respond to the Larry joke, so we said goodnight, and he said goodnight back, and that was it. All in all, he was really nice and fun to talk to. Just wanted a couple girls to pillow fight in his room, which, you know, who doesn't?
Okay, yeah, that's not too creepy. Like, on one hand, yes. Like, I feel like they if they had like a problem with it, they would have said something. Because like pillow fight, come on now. But because they're comfortable with it, I think it's fine.
We're quick to point out that Joe was married, and the idea of
No,
inviting
wait,
2
we're
young
just talking about
women to have a
Joe?
pillow fight in his
Wait. Then what the fuck is Murr doing here? Wait, was this about Joe the whole time? Okay, he's married, never mind.
We're quick to point out that Joe was married, and the idea of inviting 2 young women to have a pillow fight in his hotel room was deeply inappropriate. But keep this story in the back of your mind moving forward, because it won't be the last time we hear about Joe using Snapchat and inviting girls over to his hotel room. An alleged friend of former True TV producer also offered their perspective into Joe Gatto's private habits. All I know is there was a boxing fight years back. Joe was there along with other True TV personnel. He was outwardly attempting to hit on various women in a non-joking manner while his wife was home pregnant with their first kid. For my friend, a young guy recently hired, it was a don't meet your heroes moment, as other staffers were like, he does this all the time. Joe doesn't drink, so he uses this to his advantage with women. Now obviously this could be just a totally uncredible source that's just making some stuff up. But with a handful of deleted episodes and stories like these becoming more notable than ever, things weren't exactly looking good for Joe. But with nothing truly concrete and the trust that Joe had established between himself and the audience, nothing more would come of these rumors for now. Impractical Jokers continued by bringing in guest stars to fill Joe's place. And although the show was mostly the same, something just felt like it was missing, and the ratings proved that.
Nobody knows who the guy
featuring
is.
Joe hit 420,000 viewers. However, the following episode dropped down to 210,000, and the episode after that only hit 170,000. Joe's presence was clearly missed. But diehard fans still enjoyed the show in spite of his absence.
Like,
On a
it's
more
a drop,
positive
but it's
note,
still
Joe
doing, like,
eventually
relatively
revealed
well,
that
I
he
feel
and his
like.
wife had rekindled their relationship with a post made to Instagram celebrating their 10-year wedding.
There's something I want to say here, but I don't know if I should with YouTube here. YouTube, close your ears. Okay, how the fuck is he pulling this? Ain't no way. Yeah, you saw how crooked his teeth was earlier?
Anniversary. Fans immediately began
This bald
speculating that
motherfucker.
meant
Okay,
Joe was
YouTube,
due
you
for
can-
a
you can
return, but
kick
unfortunately,
your earplugs
that
out.
never came, and more allegations would make it very clear that Joe would never be returning to Impractical Jokers. A TikTok user by the name
Didn't
of
he start the video
Josie
saying
B, or
that he
Hope made a
came
series
back
of
and was
posts on
also,
the
like,
platform in March of
publicity stuff?
2025 alleging misconduct by Joe Gatto. After running into him while getting dinner with her family, Joe invited Hope to a stand-up special he was doing that night. She went and enjoyed enjoyed the performance and even got to meet him backstage. And when she got back home, she began drinking and messaging Joe on Instagram. Joe invited her to meet him at his hotel room.
Was this
She
after the
claims that
divorce?
Joe turned on vanish mode, meaning that she didn't have the proof of any of these messages, but he gave her specific instructions on how to get to his room, and Hope decided to go.
Ubered to his hotel,
She could be lying.
and it was a little like he was giving me these weird instructions. Like I was like thinking I was gonna be like a stealth like spy mode at this point. I walk in the door,
She hired him to go into the Ocean 11 heist. She gets to be the getaway driver for the next GTA heist that Tail goes on.
somebody opens the door for me, whatever, and they're like asking me, like, I forget what they asked me. I don't know. I was drunk. I don't know, but somebody led me to the elevator, and somebody was on the elevator with me and pressed the button.
Hope was giving a ton of detail and slowly mapping out the timeline, but when it came to actually say what happened in the hotel room, she did not want to share any of the details.
Some stuff happened. I don't want to go into the details about everything, but I'm not going to show the picture that I posted on my account before of moi, but it just like the things he
Is this the
said
video
and like
picture
he was
from earlier?
bragging like about things and
Wants
just was,
attention.
it was just
Maybe. There's always a chance. But I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt. Just because I don't think victims should be like accused of, oh, you're attention seeking. Oh.
I don't
So
want
why'd you
any
change the
girl
color
to
of your
feel like
name?
that and to
Change it to blue, bro. We already got
have-
enough red people.
don't meet your stars.
So you went to a guy's hotel room at 2 a.m. for what? To play checkers? I'm not
Yeah, like, I don't want to victim blame, but like, it's never for just friendship.
victim blaming, but whenever you agree to meet a man at a hotel, it's never just for friendship. In case someone underage is reading
Like,
this
on one
comment,
hand, what
do
was she
not
expecting?
go.
On
There
the
has to be
other
some
hand,
accountability here, girl. You kept
I don't
messaging
know.
him. You went to his hotel. You put yourself in danger.
It's like,
The
I
more
really
severe
don't want to
claims
victim
were
blame
met
because
with
that's gonna
skepticism. She did claim in
Whoa.
a separate post that Joe had SA'd her, showing off a large bruise on her backside that he supposedly had made with his teeth. Hope had revealed in an older TikTok that she had
Why we know our division with our colors? Well, they always say this stuff when the guy's already in hot water. Was he already in hot water? I don't know the timeline of this. I don't know if he was married during this. I wasn't paying attention. I don't know.
anemia, showing off her numerous bruises as a side effect of the illness. This could explain the bruise on her backside. Even if this encounter did happen, it doesn't inherently mean that Joe maliciously tried to harm her. Viewers also pointed out the unserious tone that she has throughout the video, accusing her of rambling and getting easily distracted by her hair or the sky in the background.
So after this, he turns on vanish mode. Also, the sky looks.
I don't really know
He turns on
if she's
vanish
lying or not.
mode. So I didn't get much of that.
Because there's a lot of
and I was
evidence
drunk and
for her,
crazy roommate.
and there's a lot of
Of
evidence
course,
against
while
her.
none of these factors
So I'm not gonna
necessarily
like make
disqualify her
really
claims,
any
there
opinion
seems to
on if
be
she
a
did it
lack
or
of
not.
concrete evidence.
Just because, you know, victim blaming is a real problem, and I don't want to do that because that's just like pretty messed up in my opinion. I don't know about you guys. Y'all guys.
Sure, she was
I
at the
can't speak
hotel
today.
that she willingly admits that she went to on her own volition. She said over and over again that she was drunk, but didn't necessarily say what actually happened, and is kind of accusing him of a crime. But regardless of what we think, Joe would actually respond to these allegations stating, "I have used poor judgment, and as a result, I have violated the trust of the people I love most. But anyone who knows me at all knows full well that I wouldn't assault anyone. Working on myself is an ongoing process, and I am now going to take some time away from the public eye to focus my energies where I need to." Despite being vague, Joe's statement tells a lot through subtle context. He doesn't directly deny the encounter between himself and Hope, but does refute the claims that it was non-consensual. Before
Yeah.
this statement, it was all
Because she was drunk, so I don't blame her for being like a bit rambly. Especially like trying to like recall an event that could have been like very like, I want to say traumatic, but she didn't describe it as dramatic, so I don't want to like what's it? Sorry, hold up. Let me think. let me get my thought process. If she didn't describe it as dramatic, I don't wanna, just so I'm not like making it seem worse for her. Maybe she did, yeah, because like I feel like it could be your brain also just like suppressing a memory like that.
Just rumors that Joe was like this guy who would frequently hit on girls that went to his show and try to get them to meet up with him at his hotel room, but now he seems to be confirming that there was a little bit of truth there. And because of his response, it essentially opened the door wide open for others to speak about their encounters with Joe, and additional
I don't know, maybe she just went for a pillow fight though.
allegations were given in the following days. Two girls by the name of Brianna and Grace
The bruise was from the pillow fight. I'm gonna shut up.
shared a similar story about Joe.
That's
After
my
seeing
fault.
him at a show and tagging him on Instagram, Joe began messaging them in direct messages. They went to a second show where they met him backstage for a few minutes. The fans were amazed that they were able to get access to their favorite comedian. They continued chatting with him in DMs and asked if he could give them free tickets to a third show, to which he said yes. When they arrived to the third show, they got to spend more time with him backstage, and they claimed this is where Joe started behaving inappropriately.
So then he told
Okay. Wait, did they say she bummed out 3 free shows from him? Yeah, she did sort of initiate 3 shows? I feel like he has a little bit of a right to be somewhat weird.
us to take a seat
I'm
with him on the
sorry.
couch, so we did. And he was staring at our stomachs, and he was wondering if we had an innie or an outie belly button.
I'm sorry.
And he told us to lift up our
Okay,
shirts.
no, that's a
so
bit
we
weird.
did.
That's a bit,
I
yeah,
mean,
maybe not.
it was kind of, we couldn't not, you know. So we did, and then he asked to touch them. And
This is my advice. If somebody's asking you to like, yeah, can I see your belly button? You fucking like run, or it's a fight or flight. It's not a, oh yeah, let me do it. Like, you never ever ever lift your shirt up in this scenario, because that's just some like, that's actually just creepy. That's very creepy and kinky as shit. So my advice is, like I said, it's a fight or flight. Me personally, I'm choosing fight just because like I have my bestie with me. Because they could win that 2v1. Maybe not a 1-on-1, but a 2v1. I don't think he's going to, like, double choke slam them. Like, it's not a double takedown from, like, the Batman Arkham games. I feel like they could have, like, teamed up and, like, beat the shit out of it.
that's when it started getting weird. He was
I'm not saying that they did something wrong or it's their fault or anything like that. I'm just saying that in this situation, this is what you do.
stroking our bellies. And
Like, this is
that
avoidable.
sounds so weird, but I swear to God, that's what he was
Nothing
doing.
against them.
He was literally touching our belly buttons.
And he kissed her on the cheek before we left.
He kissed me on the cheek, and
Yeah.
he gave us a $100 bill.
Oh my god, yeah, I have a picture of it.
But I feel like in his scenario, if he's like really down bad like that and he hears that they're in like okay with it, he's not gonna think in a way. It's like, oh, I'm making them uncomfortable and I'm forcing them to do that. Or he's gonna be like, oh yeah, they want me to do it. Well, they left out of, yeah, if they said yes or yeah. Well, no, clearly they said yes because he touched it, but in his eyes, I feel like he's thinking that this was consensual, and this is where you get on like the level of like if you're like emotionally ill to be doing something. I mean, mentally ill to be doing something like that. I feel like if you like have the balls to ask a woman something like that, then you should probably go to therapy.
But basically, okay, this is what I was wearing. You see it, like the red.
I do think therapy should be like way more easily accessible, and everybody like regardless if you like need it or not should go to therapy every once in a while, just so you can like have like that checkup. It's like going to the dentist for like a checkup or going to the doctors for a checkup. It's like a mental checkup that everybody should be.
Jacket with like that yellow wristband for like meet and greet passes. And this is the $100 bill he gave us. You can see I'm wearing the same red jacket with the same wristband. It's like over there in the corner.
Oh,
Wait.
Shit. Who the fuck is calling me on Snap? Sorry, Mom. Sorry about that, YouTube.
Yeah, this is a $100 bill he gave us. He whipped it out and he said, for driving so far, for like seeing me.
So afterwards, he felt bad because we had to drive so far to get back, and he ended up buying us a hotel, like a $200 hotel.
basically, like, this is all we really have about the hotel because, like, we didn't get pictures of it or anything because we were so, like, fed up in the moment and, like, excited about it because, like, obviously he's a celebrity and he was, like, spending money on us and we were like, oh my god, like, what the heck. But he was still kind of, like, weird in the moment, so we were like,
I'd say this is a 60-40 split on, like, their fault to him being weird. Him being weird is the 60, then their fault is 40. Nothing against them.
you know? But
I'm
yeah,
just saying that
this
this
is me
was
saying,
kind of
like, gonna buy
avoidable.
us one in the same hotel as you. And then he put it in vanish mode, like he did with, yeah, but he put it in vanish mode and he was saying stuff and then he said,
The fact that they mentioned the other person makes me a bit sketchy on if this is, like, really reliable. But I don't know. We'll never know. It's always going to be accusations. It's never going to be confirmed. It's always going to be alleged.
he was, like, saying,
And that's
like,
what
it's
sucks
too
about
risky for me to
situations
do
like
that.
this.
The girls then allege that Joe purchased a hotel room for them across the street from the hotel he was staying at, to the point where they were even able to wave at each other through the windows. They claim he would strategically turn on vanish mode whenever he said something extremely inappropriate, but they allege that he was asking for explicit pictures and for them to come over to his hotel room at night.
So we're at the hotel at this time, the one he bought us, and he's still texting us, and he is asking
Why is vanish mode a thing? Like, what are we doing with vanish mode? There's no point. It's hard to put blame on one or the other because the girls initiated the interaction, but the guy did some stuff too. Yeah, I'm not saying that it's their fault completely. I am only saying that they could have avoided this if they really wanted to, and if they had done different things, this probably wouldn't have happened. But this is still Joe's fault completely and utterly.
us for videos of us kissing, making out, nudes. I mean, all of it.
Because, like, that's just fucking
He
weird.
was literally
Like, there's no good. Okay, my mom's calling me a second time. I'm answering. YouTube's bear with me. Oh wait, that's my sister. Never mind.
basically begging us to come over to his hotel, saying
Well, I picked up and she immediately hung up on me. I don't know what the point of this was. Love you, sister. All right,
that
we're
he'll
gonna
sneak
know
us
that.
around the back so none of his, people on set would see. And he was literally just trying everything with the charger, with,
just asking us in general. Like,
in general.
are you gonna come over? Are you gonna come over? We were like, yeah, no, we're not doing that because, I mean, we're not, like, obviously we're not gonna go over there to a 50-year-old, like, hotel room, like, in the middle of night, you know?
We knew
It's like,
what he wanted.
yeah, obviously, that's what he wanted.
He was asking us for nudes.
God, she's fucking. God. Okay, sorry, YouTube.
wanted us. Like,
Yeah.
And we decided not to go over there.
Obviously, because we were like, this is crazy. Like, he has a wife and kids.
What makes
Working on
the
that shit from the
situation
YouTube video. No, we're
complicated is
not.
that
I
both
did this
Brianna
shit.
and Grace seem to understand, at least
I
on
hope
some
YouTube would skip
level, that
forward
what was
there.
happening
Sorry.
wasn't right. They knew
If he was sending those messages, the girls could have gone screenshots before he vanished them as proof, but he sent them while he was in vanish mode. I don't know. Like, they could have just blocked him and walked away if they weren't, like, completely uncomfortable with it. I don't know.
The dynamic was inappropriate. An adult man, famous and married at the time, blurring boundaries
Oh,
with
married. Yeah, married at the time. Yeah.
young fans. But knowing something is wrong and acting on that knowledge are two very different things. They were young, impressionable, and caught in the thrill of being noticed by someone they admired. For them, this wasn't just a weird 50-something-year-old, it was Joe Gatto from Impractical Jokers, someone they'd watched for years on television. Then again, they also wanted to remind everyone that they weren't accusing him of a crime.
This is not a video about him assaulting us in any way, shape, or form.
Nothing physical happened. It was
Nothing
all
at all.
nothing. He's not a great man, and what we should be focused on is not teenage girls going to his hotel. What we should be focused on is a 50-year-old man inviting teenage girls to hotels.
Married.
That's the problem.
Were they 18?
Married with kids.
Yeah, this is the problem, guys.
A former employee of Joe Gatto spoke with People magazine, alleging to have met Joe at only 15 years old.
If I'm this far deep, I'm going to the hotel, body canned up and strapped up just in case. I'm bringing a piece to the hotel. But I'm bringing my body cam, bro.
When she turned 18, she says he became more flirtatious and possessive.
Oh, when she was 15. Oh, okay. So he deadass pre-ordered that shit. That's what I'm hearing.
Allegedly groping her in an elevator and inviting her to his hotel room to cuddle. But sometimes Joe didn't even wait for them to turn 18. Another young woman released a TikTok of her own, claiming to have been only 15 years old when Joe solicited nude pictures from her on Snapchat.
Hello, my name is Mandy, and when I was 15 years old, Joe Gatto from the Impractical Jokers groomed me.
On the surface, it may seem like all these allegations are
Jokers groomed me.
Okay, I don't believe her. I'd like yet to see evidence. Just for right now, whenever there's evidence, I'll probably believe her. But who fucking she kind of bad. No, she isn't. He groomed me, girly. Like
on the surface, it may seem like all these allegations are baseless due to a
little
lack
bit
of
too.
evidence. Then again, all these stories show a
Lack of
consistent
evidence.
pattern of behavior. The use of applications like Snapchat and
But
Instagram
then
to
again-
send non-permanent messages to teenage girls, all of them being
Then again, they could just like trend topped it and be like, just to like get like the publicity. I'm not accusing them of that. I'm just saying that that's a possibility. Like I said, I'm always gonna be on the side of the victim unless there's like provable evidence that they're lying. Cause I feel like it's a horrible thing to say, oh, it's the victim, oh, they're always lying, oh, shit like that. I still feel like Joe is creepy as shit for this. Cause there's evidence that they're lying, but there's not like provable, solid, definitive evidence. It's like really, it's down to conspiracy.
explicit in nature.
There's more evidence for their side than there is for them not lying than there is for them lying.
And almost all of them end with an invitation to a hotel room.
And I'm a little bit
initial
biased towards
response
Joe,
was
I'm not gonna
outdated
lie.
at this point, and he quickly canceled his upcoming tour dates and issued a new statement.
The first girl didn't show any proof at all. That's why I thought for a sec she was just attention grabbing. But I started shifting my opinion when she said she was drunk. Yeah. Because that's like drunk and trauma, your brain's not going to like really retain to that information too well.
Having taken some time to reflect, I've decided to voluntarily enter an inpatient program to continue working on myself. I just want to thank my friends, fans,
I don't know what that
especially
means.
my
What's an inpatient? Is that like therapy or institution?
family for all of their support, never more so than over the
That
last
sounds
few
good.
days. Even if you think all of these allegations from these girls are complete lies, I mean, there has to be some truth to them considering Joe's responses. Plus, the impact of them on the show was very real. Joe had now been missing from the show for years, and the ratings had continued to plummet. Now that his absence was associated with these shameful allegations, it raised questions about the entire show, and specifically the other cast members. The other three guys had remained dead silent throughout this entire ordeal, and to this day haven't said a word about the situation. You would think lifelong best friends would be extremely quick to defend their buddy, but they didn't, and now people think they might have some skeletons in their
I don't think it's their choice. I think they have like PR teams or some shit that like don't allow him to speak on it.
Closet that they didn't want revealed, specifically Murr, who had 2 women came out with allegations of their own against him. The first came from a fan who claimed to be underage when they met and seemingly had a relationship over the span of 2 years when she was 16 to 18. She provided texts of her and Murr going back and forth where he admits to being drunk and inviting her to come over. She also provided multiple pictures of them together as well as pictures taken in a photo booth of them kissing. But she also said,
yeah,
"Please
no.
note I acted like I was older than I was at first, but he saw my ID the first time we met and continued. It was just an unspoken fact. I take full responsibility for that."
If I'm seeing an ID, I'm not like, did he like fully examine it? I think there needs to be more context, because like if I'm like just holding an I like, if she's like just giving me her ID, just like scan her or some shit or something, I don't know what the context was of this, but I'm not gonna like specifically check for it unless he's like asking to see it. If he fully examines it, I need more context.
I was young and stupid. These allegations made this joke
Sorry for
age
pausing
like
it like
milk.
YouTube.
What I'm
It's
going
my
to do
fault.
today
I'll
is
treat
teach
you
you some
better.
tips and tricks on how to optimize your computer to the best of its ability.
Let's check out my trash bin.
Down here is your recycle bin. This is where you throw things away. Let's take a look at my recycle bin. Throw out what you do not need. For example, barely legal GIF. So, I
It's
didn't need
GIF,
it
yeah.
anymore. I threw it away.
The second allegation came from a TikTok user named Fall.
Gone doesn't matter. What do you mean? Second you see an ID, I'm gone.
The account shows a mountain of different screenshots and text conversations from when she was 16 and Murr was 35. When asked if he would consider dating her when she turns 18, Murr responds with, "Once you turn 18, email me the same question and I'll be happy to answer."
What? What? Okay, yeah, no, maybe not. Yeah, no, this is on Murr. That one's on you, gang. When I saw her ID, but did he like check the age specifically? Did he just like hold it for a couple seconds? But now I'm starting to think that he probably did see it off of this. Like, what the fuck?
When she posted
Why are we pre-ordering,
about
bro?
this
This is
publicly,
not
he
something we
said,
should
"Please don't
normalize.
put what I told you about turning 18 on a public message board on a Facebook fan page, okay? I don't like my private messages shared with fans. I'd love if you could please delete all those posts." The two also discussed meeting in person, with Murr saying they could meet only if she never tells anyone. He would compliment the girl and often tell her that he loves her. However, despite what looks like this enormous expose, all she ultimately wanted to
Is it James Murr or James is in the girl?
say was that her conversations with him
Quagmire
were
shit,
strange
literally.
and inappropriate, but not that he had
He looks like he has the face to say giggity pretty easily
committed
too.
any crime. Also, for clarity, this is the exact video that this user uploaded to TikTok. I did not black out her face, nor did I alter her voice. She did that.
So if you guys have noticed, I went on private mode for a little bit, not because I'm guilty of lying or because I'm suspicious, but because people are trying to dox me. People are sending me death threats. People are sending threats about calling the SWAT team on me.
It's fucking
over
weird.
where, of all people, you guys are trying to bat for this guy so hard. It's just crazy to me. I don't know. It's so strange. I've made it so clear. I'm not
That is
accusing him
crazy.
of anything. I'm not saying that he committed a crime. All I'm saying is, for me personally, I think
He
it's
did
just
commit a crime, though.
strange conversations that a 35-year-old engaged in.
Both of these girls that made allegations blurred their face, name, and made anonymous accounts, so the idea that they were doing it for clout or attention holds little weight. Then again, without essentially a real person to attach it to, it's hard to fully verify their stories. Hiding identities could be a sign that
I
they're
don't blame her,
genuinely
though.
afraid of backlash or disbelief, which often happens in cases involving public.
She's getting death threats. I'm never like. It's not her wanting to be like, I don't want people to find out the truth. I don't want people to find out I'm lying. It's for her actual safety. Like, getting death threats, for like getting doxxed, getting like threatened to get the SWAT team called on her.
figures. On the other
It's
hand,
crazy.
the lack of a face, name, or verifiable details makes it difficult for anyone to properly investigate or hold the accused accountable. Unlike Joe, Murr refused to respond to these allegations altogether, and most of the time, the best course of action is to not respond in the face of online backlash. Considering the nature of Joe's multiple responses, I mean, it's safe to assume that there was some truth there, but because Murr has said absolutely nothing, gives him the benefit of the doubt. And these days, Joe is still very vocal and expressing how much he misses his old life.
Hey friends, I know it's been a minute since I've been on here, so I just wanted to say hello. Over the past 5 months, I needed to step away to take care of myself, deal with the enormity of life, and
I think you lost some weight.
just really focus
Maybe
on what's
you
important,
got
which
some
is my
veneers.
family, my wife and kids. All's good there, thank goodness. But I also just miss you guys. I miss this part of my life, which is entertaining. I've been doing it for multiple decades at this point, and it's just a huge part of me, and I'm looking forward to hopefully getting back to that soon. But I also want to say thanks so much for the love and support.
I know Joe always looks like creepy to me.
Work on what I need to, and I hope you're all
His
well.
eye, bro, he has his eye bags.
All of these allegations have left the reputation of Impractical Jokers in a really strange and uncomfortable limbo. There are definitely a bunch of fans who simply do not care. Some fans are disappointed and
I think they should have ended it after Joe completely left, because they've already made enough money off this shit to last their kids' years, lives. Yep, I can speak. They should have ended it.
believe the show isn't the same without Joe. Some said he was their least favorite Joker, and they don't care that he's gone. Some can't be.
He's my least favorite, and I still think, oh my god, that voice. He's my least favorite, and I still think they couldn't have gone without him.
Bothered with the
And to be fair, the worst Impractical Jokers, like B tier.
idea that he might be begging for sympathy, and some believe there isn't enough backlash or outrage for Murr's allegations. It's safe to assume that these allegations could be a big reason why the show is not nearly as big as it once was, or you could just chalk it up to the show is really old and it could just be viewer fatigue, because there are still a ton of fans that will continue to support the guys for the foreseeable future, seeing their silence as a satisfactory response to ignore whatever actually happened. But it's undeniable that the magic of what made Impractical Jokers special is gone. The trust for many is now broken, leaving former fans to look back and question if any.
That'll be video, Patrick C. And then I'm assuming that's a smiley face. I'm assuming it's not Patrick C. I don't know. Subscribe to him. I think that it should have ended like I was just saying. It's an old enough show to where I think that if they dragged it on for any longer, it's not gonna get to the same place that it once was. Oh my god, that voice crack. But I think that's about it. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, and all that shit. YouTube. I'm live on Twitch not every day. I'm live on Twitch Tuesdays, Thursdays, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. There, I can speak. At 12 p.m. Central. I'm too tired for this outro. Yeah, that's about it. See ya.